So is my screen visible? Yes. So this lab course, first let me discuss the grading policy of the lab course. Uh, this will have two components: online lab and in-campus lab. This is an online lab sessions. So you'll have five online lab sessions. The Lab-1, which is the today, 21st June 2025, and after every 2 weeks, you'll have the lab sessions. So that means next week you won't have the lab session, whereas by next week you'll have the another lab session. So for every 2 weeks you will have the one lab session, and always the lab sessions will be on Saturdays 7 to 10 o'clock. And the Lab-1 will be the content of this will have the exercises based on the week 1 and week 2 content. So this lab is related to your introduction to Linux shell lab, shell course. And in the shell introduction to Linux shell course, you'll have first 2 weeks syllabus. No, from that syllabus, the Lab-1 will be composed. So you'll have the questions from first to 2 weeks for Lab-1, whereas the third and fourth week will be Lab-2. So like that, fifth and sixth weeks will be Lab-3. So like that, you'll 2 weeks combination, you will have the lab. And these are the schedules when the lab will be released. So today is the first lab, whereas 5th July will be the second lab, 19th July will be the third lab, 2nd August will release both the lab 4 and 5. Okay. And each lab, after releasing, you need to complete within the 4 days. Within the 4 days, you have to complete whatever that is given in the lab exercises. So you have to complete that within the 4. That means every Wednesday after releasing the lab, that coming Wednesday will be the deadline for the lab. If you are unable to complete, if by default deadline will be the coming Wednesday. After releasing the lab, coming Wednesday will be the default deadline. If any changes are there, so you will be added to the TAs. In the Google space, every student will be added to one TA Google space. There your TAs will provide you all the instructions that are required, and also whatever doubts you have, you can also post it on that Google space, so that we will respond to your request. And if any modification on the day, for the deadline of that week, then it will be informed in your Google space by your TA. Okay, so the default deadline will be Wednesday after releasing this that particular lab session. And so that is about the online labs. In each online lab, you are supposed to get more than 40%. To get the complete that, you should get at least 40% of the marks in each of the 5 labs, and the average should be greater than or equal to 40 to eligible for in-campus lab. Okay, the average marks of your online lab must be greater than or equal to 40, then only you will be eligible for in-campus lab. Okay, so in-campus lab will be conducted in the IIT Madras for lab. In the campus itself, you have to attend there, and the lab dates will be, supposed lab dates will be the September 1st week and the 2nd week. So to get the final grading will be 50% of the online lab and 50% of the in-campus lab will be your final score. Okay. So to attend the in-campus lab, the eligibility is you should get 40% in all the labs, in all the online labs. Minimum 40% in all the online labs to get eligible to attend the in-campus lab. Okay. So that is the grading policy. So how to submit your assessments, like your exercises, that I am going to discuss it now. So the lab timings will be on the specified dates, Saturday 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And the labs here, in the course itself, you will be provided with the exercises of your corresponding lab. So today we have released Lab-1 already. Okay. And all the exercises you are supposed to complete by logging into your virtual machine. Okay. With your ID, first you log in into virtual machine, and from there you need to work out each of the exercises that were given and take the screenshot of it, and then you have to paste it in the document given to you, which was already mailed to each of the students. Okay. So one Word document was mailed to the students. So in that document, the same document will be in the same document you are supposed to paste all the 5 weeks labs assessments. Okay. So put a heading Lab-1, and then you complete all the exercises of Lab-1, and then paste the screenshot of it. So that will be explained by your one of the TAs after my introduction. Okay. How you need to paste and all, everything will be explained by your TA. And you need to follow certain guidelines or the instructions while working with the online labs. So one single document, every student will have their own individual document which was mailed to your mail ID. Okay. So in that single Google Doc, okay, all the 5 labs assessment you need to paste it. Okay. You need to answer each question, and the screenshot along with your login ID. See, you should log into your virtual machine like this. So with your roll number you will be logged in. So that screenshot, the output of the screenshot that you are pasting should and must be visible with your roll number like this, with your roll number like this. Okay. Then only it will be evaluated. Okay. Suppose there might be some questions which are not allowed in VM to answer in VM. In such cases, we may ask you to complete that task in your local PC, from your local PC, either using WSM or something. Okay. So in that case, so before executing that task, first you execute the date command like this, and then add your roll number and name, Then you complete your task, answer your question, and that screenshot should include the date and roll number and name of the student. Then only it will be evaluated. And then there might be the questions which require some inbuilt files. Say maybe in the we may give you some data set or something to work out with. So if any files that are required to work with your exercises, they will be found in /opt/lab assessments assets /opt/lab assets. In this particular folder of your VM, you will find out the necessary files that are required, to work with your exercises. Okay, so if your exercise needs some extra files or something, those files you can able to find out in this particular folder of your VM /opt/lab assets. So if your screenshot doesn't contain your roll number, okay, then 0 marks will be allotted for your lab. So one Google Doc will be shared to you. Create a new tab for each lab. So for Lab-1, you create one tab. Lab-2, you create another tab. Like that, for all the 5 labs, you create a different tabs in that. So how to create those tabs and all will be discussed after my session. And also create outlines for each of the questions. Okay, and the guidelines are given here, how to create the outline of the document and all, so you can refer to it. And paste your answer screenshot there for each question. And your answer screenshot should be clearly visible. It should be clearly visible. So it should be at least with this font size 11. Okay, so this is the font you need to maintain while pasting your document, answering your questions. So the action will be taken on malpractices or plagiarism. So what is mean by a malpractice or a plagiarism is, if you are submit the other students' screenshots in your lab document, if you paste the other students' screenshots, that will be considered as a malpractice or a plagiarism. Or if you share your document, to other students, okay, or if you share your answers with another student, okay, that will also be considered as a malpractice. Not only this, you may have other incidences also. Okay, these are the some of the examples I gave. That so each student has to work individually with their own effort. You have to put to answer the lab exercises. So while answering, if you have any doubts, if you are facing any problem, or if you have any doubts, so your assigned lab TA will clear you that doubt, how to work with that problem. So everything will be cleared by your lab TA. Okay, so after the introduction class on every week, every lab, so you will be joining with the your TA groups. So you will be, from here you will be joining to your TA groups. So there you can ask your doubts, whatever doubts you have, and then try to clear all your doubts, not only on the lab session, So after completion of the lab session, you will work for another 4 days. You will be given 4 days to complete your task. So while working with that also, if you have any doubts, you can post it on your Google Space that was given to you. Like you will be given one Google Space to along with your TA. So in that Google Space, you can post your doubt so that your TA will answer to that. Okay. So is there any doubts regarding the general instructions? Yes, 94.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. I had a doubt. Like you mentioned that we will have a lab session according to the dates mentioned, and each of the
Yeah.
date it was like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But you also
Yes.
mentioned that we have time till Wednesday, so I was just confused with that.
What Wednesday? Like Wednesday,
Sup-
next coming Wednesday will be the deadline. So you will have the lab session today from 7 to 10 p.m. So during this session, you can clear all your doubts. So after
Okay.
that, you have to paste your answers and submit your document. Like no need of any submission. Just you will be shared with a Google Doc only. So in that Google Doc, if you paste your answers, your TA will have the access to that document. So
Okay.
you have to complete your task by coming Wednesday.
Got it. Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other doubts? Any other doubts regarding the general session? Yes,
Ma'am,
74. Yes.
ma'am, this Saturday sessions today, this session 3 hours, it is for the introduction. But from the next week onwards, will there be a
No, no,
discussion of the
no.
previous week
Not,
on
not
Saturday?
all. Not all the 3 hours are for introduction. Just only half an hour is for introduction. So after my half an hour introduction, so you'll have the first lab session, discussion of the first lab session, experiments on first lab session. So
Okay,
here
ma'am. Thank you.
already the lab one exercises were released here. Okay. So we'll explain all these tasks now, how to do it. Okay. So after this discussion, you will be added to your TAs. There you can clear your doubts. If you have any other doubts, also there you can clear them. So you work out up to 10 o'clock here. And then after the 10 also, if you have any doubts, you can post it in the Google Space.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Any other doubts?
Ma'am, my virtual
Uh,
machine is not working, so can I do it on Ubuntu directly?
no, no, no. So when you log into your TA, so your TA will help you to log into your VM. Okay. So once here we explain the lab 1 content now. Okay. After completion of lab 1 content, you will be added to your TA. So there you ask your TA so that he will make you to connect to your VM. Yes, Varun?
We are going to be using the same VM as in the Linux shell course, no, ma'am?
Yes, same VM.
Yes, ma'am. So the same ID, everything is.
Login ID.
Yes.
Yeah, everything is same.
Thank you.
Any other doubts? Sharat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, who is going to handle the lab 1?
Yeah, me and Swat.
Ex-
Yeah.
yeah, will you
Ma'am,
start?
excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
And also, I was wondering if there is some prerequisites before solving the lab questions. Like, are the VM tasks necessary before solving the lab, or that's only for OPP?
It is not required. Those are just for your information, like for your practice. VM task practice assignments, all those BPTs. Everything is for your practice for upcoming OPD, and the PPT even contains marks also, part of the grade map.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone have any more doubts? Maybe we'll take a few more doubts after the Lab-1 content explanation is over. Okay, Swati, can you share your screen once?
Yeah, I'm sharing. Ma'am, could you stop sharing? Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And can you go to the getting started?
Okay.
Okay, so this is just a basic information for you to know the process, and just please go through it. The following information. Scroll below. How to access the VM? All the information for the lab VM. I mean, lab VM itself, the course VM itself. Same in the same VM, we are doing the lab also. Yeah, and the instructions to for online lab. As ma'am explained, here are the instructions once again. If you want, you can go through it once again. Okay. And we are emphasizing that you don't do the malpractice. It's like this lab course will be like for you to learn more and explore more in the Linux shell. It won't be like a limit your knowledge. It will try to expand your knowledge. Yeah, go to the labs now. Lab-1. So here are the week 1 and week 2 video links itself. We have added those things, and right now we're going to show some demonstrations also, and those demonstrations are for your better understanding and not for you to replicate the same in the sense like if we show some file explanation, that is for demo purpose, and we should follow with the next remaining files like that. Okay, and this is the about basic coming to the week 1 content. It is about the basic commands. Using the basic commands, you can explore and know more about your system. Okay, this is the Linux FHS 2.0 Linux file system hierarchy. It is the common hierarchy system for everyone. Yeah. So if you go to the first question, so I think most of you have done your C programming, right? I hope. Yeah. So in your when you are writing your first C programming, when you are writing a C programming, at the first line, what is the basic first line you'll write? Hash include.
Yes,
Yes, that's good. So you include some hash include stdio.h file, and if you want to include some extra math, then you will you will add hash include stdio math.h. Like what are these? Nothing but header files. So basically, I'm asking you where the question says where you can find these kind of header files usually in the Linux system, where you can find these header files. So a typical C programming that deals with when you write, usually in the networking, we use C programming for make it very fast and have the more control over the networking part. So in a basic networking part, you will use socket.h. Socket in this header file will have the pipe open, connections, make connections, all those things with the server. So you can open. So this file contains the required functions, all those informations readily packaged in that header file. So, and now where can you find this header file? If you are curious to know and you don't know much about this file information and you want to know much more about the functions, where all these functions will be there, what are all the functions are there, and for this, where can you go to find the header files? Can anyone
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So sorry for interruption, but sir, I am not able to see this lab in my dashboard for Linux.
This is a GitHub page. We even added in the chat box. We added 2 links. One is the course page and the other one is the GitHub pages. This will have the more beautiful rendering, so we are using this one. We'll even add this link in the course itself also. Host dashboard.
Is there no any other section particularly for lab in our Linux course?
No, you will get some separate link, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, sir, got
Separate as a dashboard. Okay. Maybe Swati, can you open your terminal and show them demonstration once? Let us open the terminal. This is
Okay.
for
Let me then share my entire screen.
yeah. So for this question, you don't require too much of comments. Just a basic cd command, cat command, ls command. That's it. These three commands you can go through, navigate through the whole system, and know the files, know more about the files, all those things. So now we'll get into it.
Is it fine with the journalist? I'm not able to log into the CS1102 right now.
Okay, maybe I will do it myself.
Okay,
Okay.
you give the demonstration. Let me explain the questions, then we can continue with the demonstration.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
I too sharing my screen. Is it visible or not? Maybe I think yeah.
I
Which
think
one
we
is
can.
visible? Maybe
Yours is not visible. So
okay.
I think either of us can only share the screen.
Yes,
So
yes.
so I think once we should explain the questions and then you can give the demonstration.
Okay. That's also good.
Yeah.
So you need to go to the following location, and you need the question says that in the second point you are curious about these header files and you want to know more about these header files, and where can you go? And this socket.h it's not right away available. You have to go into subfolder, that is x86 underscore 64 minus linux gen. That is those are the folders. You need to go into subdirectories. Then you will find the socket.h, these networking files. So once you go there, how you have gone there? Like you use some commands, right? How you have navigated the cd commands, ls commands. Just take a screenshot, the process, how you have done. Okay, and coming to the third point, once you have gone to that point, gone to the location, now you have to look at the file. How can you look at the file content? There are multiple ways. There is that one thing called less, and there is another thing called, you can even open file in vim also, even cat. Those multiple options, whichever are comfortable you with, you can just go through with the command. Okay, and you might even find some interesting macros, right? So just if you want, you can explore the internet, ask in the look at in the stack overflow, all those things. Try to get more information. We are just trying putting you in the right direction, so you will go and explore, and you have to get more information about this. Okay, the second question is the follow-up question, nothing but. So after exploring socket.h, you come across several unfamiliar functions, which basically usually any new programmer will find these things. Like for example, socket, bind, listen, accept, and those who have done a little bit of basic computer networking course will know these. What are these functions? So if you want to know more about this, like how can you know from the system itself to understand better? How can you do this? So here there is a one. Hyper reference link is there. History of the man command. Just you can go click on it, Swati, once. So here you can go through the documentation, the above information, and once you come to the scroll below, there are some options. Usually when you do basic of man, basically what we know is what we do basically man and then the command name. But it is not just limited to only one thing. But using man command, you can read multiple things, not just about command documentation. Even system calls like open, read, fork. There are library functions like a printf, which you have seen and used in your C programming, right? The proper documentation of all those things are you can look it in using man page, man 3, and then the function printf. Then you will get proper documentation information, how the more arguments and parameters, you'll get more information, all those things. Okay. Yeah. You can go through the previous one. Okay, these things are over, first and second question. So I'll just demonstrate coming to those two parts a little bit. Okay.
So should I stop sharing then?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My screen is visible, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
So as I said, I will just go to, since I know where the locations are there, basically include folder. So if I type ls, you can see there are header files, right? You can see these are nothing but header files, which you're gonna use a lot of times, which if you have made average. For example, see math.h, right? So let me open, how can I open it? Using batcat math.h. Now I can read the function. What is this header file information? There are some standard definitions, information, and more functions are there which you are not aware of. So you can go through these things. The function names, yeah. Some more information. Okay, unit code, and yeah. Like this, just go through. The thing is not to know about this all information, just how you can read the information in your system. It's a basic skill to know. Only when you can able to read it, then only you will have the next thing. What is this information and how to understand this information? Okay, these kind of things. Maybe I'll try a different one. Strings. Yeah. stdio.h. So this is one of the common header folder which we include. And as you can see, there are functions like a remove, rename, which we don't know basically. And there are predefined header files like a stdin, which you have used in your programming process, right? And this is the external data types file. All these data types are imported from the stdio.h. Not basically, no, you don't need to write from the scratch. Everything will be imported from the header files like this. So now this is the one of the function which you don't know, rename, remove, all those information. So how can you know more about this information? Just using the man command, and I can give -a also, so it will go through all those information. For example, rename is the function name, rename to, so it is in the second page, and the information about what it does, the description. It renames the file using a C programming function. You can write a more customized, like how you want customize the C executable. Okay, you don't need to write everything or need to know everything from the scratch. Readily available, so you can just use this information if you are more interested. Okay, yeah. Now let us go to the third question. I'll stop sharing this. Swati, can you share your screen?
It's visible?
Yes, it's visible. And does anyone know what is this set UID, set GID? Okay. The question is for you to know, so you can explore this information. Set UID is set user ID, set group ID, a basic full form. Set user ID, it's like for example, one of the file is sudo file. Sudo file is there, right? Sudo not file, it's a command. So when you want to execute sudo command, you don't have what is basically sudo will do. It's just in the name of root user, you will execute that command. But actually, you're not having you are not a root user, but it will in the name of root user, you install or remove, do the certain actions. So for that purpose, what this set user ID will do means it will temporarily give you access for you to with the certain user ID you can execute that program like this. Okay, if just go through these things and look up, you are allowed to even look up in the internet and get the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of set UID and set GID permissions. Okay, yeah, let's go to the fourth one. This is the fourth question. And if we go to the special files proc, the /proc. Okay, can you go to the image, Swati? First one.
So, oh, okay, the top one.
Yes. So this is the hierarchy, right? So I think here it is not added, but there are even a proc and there are even /SIS system also. Okay, maybe you can go through the directly question. So what is this? What is this folder? It is a special folder. It is nothing but a virtual file system, and it contains your system information, currently running process information, which you can't normally find it in your Windows or some other systems, whatever weird OSs. So in Linux, you are able to you are allowed even you can even see and modify however you like. You can fine tune your system and all those information. So for example, if you go to the following location like a proc CPU info, you can read that file and read and get more information about those files. So out of these 10 questions, you can just these are information. So for example, I will show the demonstration of second one. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, Swati. Oh. So right now I am in the proc directory. Proc is for process directory. Okay, for example, as I said, CPU info. So I will do that cat of CPU info. So now you can see, right, what I got. It is nothing but a CPU information. So the process. So it was my CPU, not my CPU. Our course VM CS110 VM on which CPU it was running. It is a genuine Intel, like a genuine in the sense it is a authorized like a original Intel processor, and the CPU family 6 and model and more about your system information. And these are the flags in the sense like whether if it is like hypervisor, you can see it, right? Hypervisor means the hypervisor VM, it is allowed on your system. All this information you can read it from this proc directory. You can explore all those information. Like there are a lot of more information. It's just for you to know. We are just pointing you to the direction. You need to go and explore. If you are not sure what this information means, just go and look it up in the internet. For example, I will show the uptime. So one is the system uptime. How many hours? Not hours, seconds. Or how many seconds it was running on? And this is the ideal time. Second one is the ideal time. Now, if I click on it, it will change. As you can see, as the time is changing, it was also changing. So we are just pointing you to the right direction. You need to go and explore. So you are not why this is called a lab, so that you can do hands-on and learn and try different things on your own. Okay, try to go and explore these files. What are these mean? Don't limit yourself to the 10 questions which we just gave. Those we thought those are good ones. You are free to explore even all these folders. Go and explore. Yeah, I will stop sharing my screen.
Sudhanshu, you have a question. You can speak.
Yeah, ma'am. It's showing to me that you are not subscribed for this course. Why, ma'am?
Because as Atul said, sir, we have not received your data as registered students. So please contact with the support team. Anyone who's having these issues, please contact with the support team.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you can share your screen. So
I've shared it.
now it's visible. Okay. Now let us go to the fifth question. So this is about introduction only about the VM editors. So in the upcoming second week, I mean not second week, in the lab 2, we're gonna introduce VM questions. This is for you to know more and customize your VM editor. Okay, like you can go to the GitHub pages and wherever you find like a good good extensions, all those you can try those things and customize it as per your convenience. So this question 5 is a bonus one, and there is this sub question: learn the basics of Vim. So if you are not aware of all those things, then you can go to that following link, learn Vim basics. Can you click on that one? Yeah. Okay, you can see it right here. You will get the beginner guide. You can go through one after the other. Can you scroll below? For exit the Vim, to write the Vim, write and quit, and without writing quit. All those little bit helpful information we have. You can go through this if you are not good with the Vim. So you can go through this. Yeah. Can you come back to the original one?
Yeah.
And coming to this is the networking question, and know your network. And does anyone know what is FTP and SFTP? Those are
File transfer protocol.
yes, those are nothing but protocols. Usually HTTP is for transferring that is a hypertext, but to transfer it we need some protocols. Previously, at the old, 50 years back, we used to have this FTP only. Now, but the content which was transferred via the FTP, it was a plain text, like anyone can capture it and read it like this. So instead of that, there is this SFTP that is in the other name is nothing but SCP, secure copy. Okay, no. What it does means like a secure copy, it uses the SFTP protocol. It uses the underlying, it uses the SFTP only, nothing but SCP. So for transferring the files securely, even if someone captures your data, like anyone attacked on your network, still it will be that your information will be safe. So we are asking you know the difference and why we are moved from FTP to SFTP right now, and know more and more. Yeah. And
should I go to this instructions? It's in the local machine, right?
yes.
They cannot do this in the VM.
Yes, if you want to, you can try it on your local machine, like a instant trying installing and running the FTP server on your system. If you can able to do it, it's fine there. And before doing your can you go to once again? Before doing before starting this exercise, what you need to do is, when you are doing your in your local machine, what you need to do is you need to execute date, so that we know that this is from current date only. This is not the old reports or from like that, and your name, so that we'll also know that only you are the one who has done it. You have not shared it, and it is not, you have not copied from other user to support your answer. And after that, you can write your answer, execute the comments. You can go to the lab process. And coming to the 7th one, it is a basic bash script. I think by now you have already, most of you guys know about this. You have to create the following tree structure. So this contains 15 marks, and how you have created, we have even given the instructions, like not just output of the tree file, but you have to even show the content, the content of the script, content of your script, the commands which you previously executed, all those things, kind of. Even for all the above questions, you have to show the execute the command and show the output. That is the process. Take the screenshot and paste it in your document, which we have shared. Yeah. Can you scroll below?
Sharath, can you add a point on what is hard link and symbolic link? Most of them makes a mistake there. And every time we used to see a mistake, some of them doesn't know even the difference of
Yeah,
link and symbolic.
Yeah. Does anyone know what is hard link and what is symbolic link?
Hard link is
a copy of any file, and
Okay, go ahead.
Symbolic link is a link between a file to another address for that same file.
Okay. So nothing but how should I say? No. A hard link is nothing but a duplicate entry. It's a duplicate entry of the same thing, but it's nothing but a duplicate entry. Both are pointing to the same original location, the same inode. Even when you create a hard link, right, it will point to the same address, same inode number from the, but it was a two different files. Even if you delete the one of the file, still the one of the hard link, still the other one still be there. But when it comes to the soft symbolic link, it won't be like that. It's nothing. Soft link is a kind of shortcut. In Windows, what we'll do, we can even add a shortcut onto your desktop, right? Like that, it is a symbolic link. Symbolic link is similar to like that. Okay. And try to know the difference between when you are creating, what to use the command. Whether are you using for hard link you use ln, and for symbolic link you use ln minus s. Remember this information. Okay. Coming to the 8th question. So this is a bonus question for you to know the process of what this synchro show, synchro init, synchro eval, synchro status. Synchro show, we use synchro show once you log into the, maybe I'll share it on my screen.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay, I hope now you are able to see my screen, right? So I'm in the CS1102 directory. Now what you need to do means you should do the synchro show. I mean, not synchro show. Yeah, first you need to ls what are all the folders you need to create, the question directories. Go here, enter the following command. So these are the question directories which you need to make it. Any one of, like for suppose, let me make the BPT one. Okay, now I'm in the notice this, and usually the people usually most of students are making the mistake, like you guys are going to the root directory of this location. So here notice the difference. When you are in your home directory, it will be tilde. You can see it, right? At the beginning here there is a tilde. Okay, I will increase that soon. Okay, here you can see tilde, right? This is your home directory. When you can see this tilde, then you are in home directory, then you can edit or do something. But when you are in this root directory, /, that means you are in the wrong directory. When you try to create or edit some files here, it won't appear properly. The action won't take place. For suppose I will go to one of the directory, bpt 1 program 1. Okay. Now if I try to create one file here, touch script.sh. Now it will give me error. I am not allowed to do this because I'm in the wrong directory. Okay. So do the following, cd and enter. That means now you can see tilde. Now you are in your home directory. Now you can go to your home directory, CS1102, and ls bpt directory. Now here, if you want, you can create the script. Now it will work perfectly fine. So this is a common mistake. Try to remember this small thing. When you see the /, that is you are in the wrong directory, root directory. Tilde means you are in your home directory. Here you can create anything, whatever you want. As you can see, now it is able to create. Now coming to the synchro show.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if you are in the home directory and you are giving permission as 777, it will create some security issue and
issues.
It is, and I'm not able to log in again. What's the issue, sir?
Because how it will work, SSH needs a permission. only the user needs only a user can log into his home directory, and not other users cannot should not be able to log in into his directory. So the
Sir,
permissions.
I have given. I don't know. Like I don't know that, so I have given that like 777 permission, and I am not able to log in now. So what can I do?
Yeah, we will discuss it after some time.
Okay.
And coming to this, now let us do the synchro show to see the question, the following question, BPT1 problem 1. So do the synchro show. Show is for seeing the question. It will show the question. Okay, you can see it, right? The question. Now here it says, please run synchro init command before you start working with your solution. As you can see, there are only one script.sh file. Now when I run synchro init, what will happen? It will initialize the question. That means it will create the necessary files which are required for that question. So for every time, whenever you go into a question directory, you can run synchro show to see question, and you can run synchro init. It doesn't do any harm. If there is any initialization part, it will does any like that. If it is there is nothing, then it will just run and it won't do any harm. It won't create any folders. You can see right now there are 5 directories. When I run synchro init, 5 folders are came. That is question is initialized for you. Now you will solve your question here, and after that you will run synchro eval to evaluate your question. Now you can see I have not given the permission to script.sh, so it will give the error kind of. And if you want to see how many questions you have solved, do the synchro status. In total, how many questions you have solved. It will show you the time and how many public and private test cases you are passed. Okay. So by now, I hope you got the what is the meaning of synchro show, synchro init, synchro eval, synchro status. Status is for looking how many questions. Eval is for evaluating your questions. Show is for viewing the questions. And init is for initializing your question directly. Okay. Now I will stop sharing my screen. So these things we added in the lab 1 because for the upcoming BPT, for the BPT's part and for the OPP part, it will be helpful. So we gave it as a bonus question for you. You can try it. Yeah. Any more doubts about the labs?
Sharath, can you also share one of the lab template and show how to do the documentation?
Okay. Swati,
Should
can
I?
you? Yeah.
Okay, I'm sharing. Just a second. It's visible?
Yeah. Maybe you can go with the explanation part.
Yeah. So what you're supposed to do in the lab template for each of all the labs you will be doing in your same document. Please do not request edit access to this document. You can use see this document using your student ID. So what you're supposed to do is to create for each particular lab. You can create a document tab. So if it's your own document tab, what you will see a plus sign here. So once you click that, you can write the name whatever you want, and it will be automatically created. So under this, please create it like this. Once you have created the lab 1, now what you can need to do is write your name and your roll number. Also put the header as lab 1 at the start. Okay, so once you put a header, then after this you can go to the question number 1. So how to put this, there are several ways. You can look up the internet how you can put this in the document tab section. The simplest one is to put it this to the heading 1. So once you select this text and go to the for text formatting options, you can just simply uh, change it to the heading tab, and then it will be visible here. Okay, then you can obviously change the size. Now next thing is you once you do that, write the question 1, and you can write the question the itself, copy paste it from the tab I was just sharing, and then you can write the screenshot of the paste the screenshot of the question. Now the screenshot should be, the size should be enough big that we can see it without too much zooming in. Like we don't paste minute text text. Okay, paste the text. The screenshot should be enough big that we can see it without zooming in. And then if there's any text explanation you want to write it, you write it below. So please follow this for all the questions. And you have to maintain the document and write use a proper font size. Okay, so preferable font size you can see it here. But even if you're using a different font size, please ensure that it's legible. Or another thing to notice, please use only one colored font. Don't make your document looking very colorful. Please use black. That would be preferable. If even if you're using some other font, keep it to two font colors at the maximum. Okay, so once you are done with the lab 1 and you're creating for the lab 2, you can just create a similar document tab like this. Please don't create it for every question. For the questions, just changing this to heading would be fine, so you can get a structure like this. But don't create tabs for every questions or subtext for every question. I think that is it for the please follow proper template. Any questions? Yes. Yes, Ankit.
Should we have to modify on this one? Yeah, we have to create another.
No, please don't modify. This is the template document. You have been given your own document. In this, you can either copy this format or you can just create your own. Please don't modify or a request for edit access. We won't be given.
One email has been provided to everyone,
Yeah.
and everyone has a unique document. So right now in it, you are 18 people. So 18 people will have 18 documents, and every document is accessible to us. So just do your question there. We will check the answer.
Yes, Vishal.
Like question you mentioned, right? Should we copy paste the question in the?
It would be preferable if you do that.
Okay, the question.
Yeah, that is necessary. That is necessary, I think.
So the question you paste it. So after writing the question 1, let's say you paste the question and then you paste the screenshot. And if there is any text explanation, put that.
Yeah,
Like
the
the question
question
was
you need
first.
not to read. You need not to write the question. You can paste the image screenshot of that question.
Okay, like I can take the screenshot of the question and paste it there, then the screenshot of the answer like that.
Yeah, but if you're not pasting the question text, then ensure you're matching with the question order that's there in the lab document. But it would be preferable if you paste the question.
Okay, like copy paste the question, the
Yeah.
full question, then the screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if
okay.
after that, if there's any text explanation.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Krishna.
What is the size for that lab 1 written above?
So the preferable font size is that 11 under the normal text, and for heading it's 14. And the font style is Open Sans Medium. Now it's up to you, but as long as it's legible, it's fine.
No, ma'am, I'm talking about that lab 1 in the above of the document.
So in the lab 1,
She has used
All
the
are
heading. So heading default heading size is that, and the text size must be visible from the means without zooming in. We should able to evaluate your answers clearly.
okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And this lab 1 is just a heading one, so the heading size by default.
any other question?
Everyone know how to do the screenshot of partial. You don't need to put the whole screenshot of your desktop screen. The answer part of the desktop screen, only put that in which your roll number uh, things are visible and the answers is visible.
Maybe
Yeah,
Swati, can you show a demo screenshot for them to partial that?
yeah, just a second. I have one.
Yes.
There was this template document. Yeah. So So as you, is my screen visible right now? Yeah, so as you can see under this, let's say this was the screenshot I pasted. Okay, so my roll number is visible, and you have CS1102 that is visible after that. Okay, so here I've written, so suppose the question is just to print the man page of the date. So I've just used man date, but see, I've not pasted the entire big screenshot here. I've just only pasted the command part of it where I've written the command. That is fine, and it's visible, it's legible at 100%. Okay, so as long as that is there, I can read the screenshot. That is fine. Okay, so similarly, if it's a simple echo hello bash, you can see it's legible. So as long as it's visible to us at the 100%, it's fine. You can share a portion of the screenshot. You don't have to share the entire thing. So you can see now, to create the document tab, I have a plus sign here. So if I press on one, see the tab 5 is automatically created. I can just choose to rename it to lab 5. So I've created. Now if I want to paste, write the question 1. So by default, the question 1 does not appear in itself. So but once I change it to, let's say, heading 1, see, it's visible immediately. Yes, any question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, using which app should we create our document?
The document is already there. It's I think that it has been emailed to you. You can check your email, and there you can see
Yeah,
the Google Docs is present.
coming to this point, within the 24 hours, like the last 24 hours, you might have received a Google Doc with the template name May 2025, your Linux lab, your roll number. Check in the Gmail, you have received one document. We're going to use that document for all the 5 labs. And those documents are in the only those documents you have to write your or paste your answers there, because TS have only access to those documents. If you create your own document, then it's your answer will not be considered. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So yes, Vishal.
Ma'am, like total there are 7 questions and 1 bonus questions, right?
2 bonus questions.
2 bonus questions. Okay, like after completing the 7 questions, we need to write a bonus question, then the question.
You can just follow the order that is there in the lab document. If I just share that screen, let me share my screen as well. You can just follow the order. So if the bonus question is under question 5, you can do it there, and then the last one is at the end. Yes, Avanti.
Ma'am, I have a VM login issue.
The VM login is, yeah. What is it?
Ma'am, actually, I completed the Linux course last term, but I could not register for the lab. So I registered for the lab in this term. So I've already logged into my VM like last term and did the BPT and other tasks. But now when I log in, it's showing that permission is denied.
SSH you need to do again. The
Okay,
private public key.
but then it's showing that I already have it. That SSH already exists.
Yeah, it's existing. That is fine. But if you redo the process, I think the key might have changed.
Okay, the TA when you go to the breakout room will help you in that.
Okay, sir. Yes, thank you.
Yes, Ankit. What's your question?
Ma'am, if I completed my lab 1 question, then where I have to submit it?
As Sharat said, there will be a document there that has been
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
to
Means
you
the
in the
documents are
mail.
in the documents are in mail. So we have to only submit the questions
on their document, right?
Yeah, the questions and your solutions, you have to just once you do it, you can just tag your TA, they will evaluate it.
We already have the access to all of your students' documents, so you just need to write your answer, and after the deadline, we got the access already of your student documents links. You can right away access those and evaluate from there. So you don't need to do submission anything like that. Just paste your answers, write your answers, and just a control S save, and that's it. At the end of the deadline, we'll gonna check those documents.
And sir, this bonus mark will be added after all 5 labs,
Yeah,
right?
after all the 5 labs, we're gonna add the bonus marks.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Harish.
Sir, I have one doubt. In the lab session, we have work only documentation to the answers. Sir. We don't want to need a VM. Am I right, sir?
No. You have to log into the VM and do the from the VM itself. Otherwise, it is not considered as eligible.
But only answers only.
The
Put it.
screenshot of the VM you have to put.
Okay.
When you log in and when you answer your question, right? At that time, you have to take a screenshot similar to like this. Your roll number should be visible, and the mission name also should be visible at the rate CS010.
Otherwise,
Then
you will get the 0 marks. It will be discarded. So
because we can't consider other students' answers like that. If one student shares, like a student has to do it by himself. So it specifies that suggests that it is his roll number and he has done it his work. Okay. Yeah.
Please ensure that the prompt is very clearly visible. It's not cut or something like that. Not even blurred. Yes, next.
and everyone can see that here the student has not taken whole page screenshot. So the partial screenshot you all should able to get.
Yeah. Only the necessary parts you can paste it. It's not required you have to paste the entire thing, entire screenshot.
And for our roll number, just the prompt, the green color part is enough, no,
Yeah.
ma'am. The header of the window is not
No,
required.
not the header. The screen part. This prompt should be visible. The header may be visible, may not be visible. That is fine. But this should be visible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, when you're taking the screenshot, when you're writing the script, use batcat or cat, whatever you feel like. Batcat would be preferable. So batcat and the script name. So batcat script.sh. If you write it, we can see the question, whatever the script you have written.
So what happened in previous term that some question was there in which student have to write a script and run it. So student have written that script, run it, and the output was as expected. But what student have written inside the script, that part is hidden from us. That was not the part of screenshot. And that was the main thing that what student have written inside the script. So that student will get the 0 marks. So that bad cat Swati is talking that you have to write the script, then you can use the cat command or bad cat and then paste screenshot of that. So only one screenshot is not necessary. For one question you could paste multiple screenshot. There is no limitation and nothing is required. So how many screenshot you can paste, it is up to you. And there might be some text answers for some questions. Is there lab 1 question where the text explanation is required?
Many are there. So this one somewhere the text is required here.
Yeah, so
This
in that
one.
question, make sure you write the text answer also along with the screenshots.
Okay, Rahul is saying it's as simple as that. First, you paste the question, then you write the screen, then you paste your screenshot. So let's say if this is the screen, this is the question that is written. Just paste the question, then you paste your screenshot, and finally if there's any text you want to write it, you write it below it. That's it.
And you can paste the question screenshot also instead of question text.
Okay. Any other questions?
Ma'am, where should we submit the document of
you,
the Lab-1 report?
you don't have to submit it. We have the access to the doc, so we'll check it after the deadline is over. Just you complete your work in the doc. That's it.
Okay.
Anyone have work on the shareable doc? So Google provide the document. You can see here at the top share option is there.
So
So
that
what
is
have done that?
automatically.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, yeah, that is the part. So here the Swati Jain you can see has shared the document with a whole IIT Madras. So if Swati copy this link and give it to me, I will able to see the same document. Okay. So exactly like that, your document is also your document link is already present to us. You don't have to share. Okay. We have already created document and we have that link. So we can see that what you have written in that.
Sir, and should we group all the text answers at one place and the screenshots at the other place, or should the text answer and the screenshot be in order the question first?
First, you have to put the question, then answer. And the text or screenshot, it could be any order, whatever the question is asking. Okay.
Don't group it like how have you written in your school or college. Once you have a question, you write the corresponding answer and you paste the corresponding like graph or whatever you had. In the same way we are doing it like this. You have the screenshot, you paste it under the corresponding questions. Don't group them.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
I think we can start report rooms, and there is another guy, Vishal.
Sir, can I share my screen? Can you check whether the format is correct or not? Like, I sorted the question and pasted it actually.
Okay, fine.
Bharat, we can discuss these things with breakout room things.
Okay, that's the
If
bit.
you guys have any general doubt regarding the lab and lab questions, we can take it over here, or else we can start breakout rooms and the TAs will be able to explain your all the doubts.
Okay, sir.
And there is one guy, Arnab.
Yes, sir. So that's a general question that I paid that for this lab this time. And last term, I have completed the course. I find that all the members who have completed the course in the last term and registered the lab this term all are facing the same issue. We are not added in any of the group. So
any of the
TA group means we are even not receiving any communication regarding lab. Not in the portal, even we are not seeing in the lab.
Arnab, so we will not receive your data from the operation team. So once we will receive your data, we will add you. Okay, we have noted down. We have noted down your email IDs. Okay, and we will just discuss with the ops team, and we will communicate to you.
Right. One more thing, sir. Can we submit now? Then how we should proceed? If it is get the delayed response, or take few more days to get the response from the support team. How should
So no, okay. Once you will get the access, okay. So that will give some extra time to you. Okay. Now you know the process. Now you know the process. We will once we will finalize from the team, we will add you in the group. We will send you the document, report document, and we will do the all process for you. Okay, and we will give some extra time to you.
Tanav?
Yes, sir. During the introduction, ma'am told us that there is some Google space where we can ask our doubts to the TAs. So, sir, how do we access that?
We have added each student to the Google Space. Like, open your Gmail, and you know that this space, right? This space.
No, sir, I have not been added.
Okay, maybe in respect to TA will help you in the. If it is the common thing, then we can explain.
Sir, I
And
mean,
Shivam,
who do I have to contact for this?
just call. We will create one breakout room so that each group of like 25 people will be added in a separate groups, so that it will be easy to deal with less students. And there will be one TA. He will help you all with that with your doubts. Okay.
Okay, so this is yet to be done.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll start the breakout room shortly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. And Abu Sahama.
Yes, sir. The same issue that happened with Arnab. Like I have registered for Linux Lab but not have access to the dashboard.
Okay. We have noted down your email ID.
Yeah, we have noted down your email ID.
Ariandu?
I think Aryendu is also the same case, correct?
No, sir. No. I had a query regarding the bonus question. The question status is supposed to we have take a screenshot and post, right? The question solution do we have to post? 3 questions of the bonus question.
Yeah, status. It has clearly mentioned it, I think.
Yeah, only status is required. The question is not required.
You have to solve, and when you solve, you will get some output, right? Like a status.
Yeah, it is. Status is shown. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The status.
Thank
you. Yeah. Okay. Shivam?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
The format I get from my email for the post or the answer to the question, sir, it's quite different from the our TA shows on us on today's live session. So
No, we just shared the blank document. Now you have to create everything for your by yourself.
Sir, can I share my screen to show you that?
No, we'll create breakout rooms. At that time, we can discuss these things. And Raj Singh?
Sir, same issue I also got that Arnav said.
Okay, we have noted down your email ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, till what time the issue will be resolved so that we can do?
Yeah. Anything on this?
Once we will confirm from the ops team, then we will do. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We cannot give any time for right now. Okay. We will confirm from the team.
Okay, sir.
I think we can start the breakout rooms. Any of the TS, can you do it?
So I'm stopping the recording.
Yeah, fine.